I'm Jonathan C. Legat, and I'm here along with
Tricia Legat
and
Michael Newens.
And our special guest.
Our special introduction guest, Mary Shields.
Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic callback. That was perfect. It was exactly how John introduced you before. Oh,
Yes.
That's fantastic.
How drunk was I? Sometimes I just get caught up on words. Words are words.
And that's why you're on this podcast.
Yeah.
To work through your issues.
Enjoying this podcast? Please subscribe or follow us on your favorite podcast providers to get new episodes as soon as we release them. Rate and leave us a review about this particular Christ thing that's happening right now to help our show reach that larger audience. You can also follow Imbibe Cinema on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Letterboxd. In this episode, we are going to be discussing the 1999 comedy Dogma. The cocktail we are imbibing is called Mr. Dogma, which consists of a Caribbean rum, sweet vermouth, orange, and lemon juice. Look for the episode recap link in our show notes, where you'll find a written summary of our discussion along with a picture and the ingredients needed to make your own Mr. Dogma at home. All right, now.
God bless you.
Sweet
And we'll
baby
be
Jesus.
sending around a contribution plate at the end of this episode.
A collection plate will be around for 10% of your income. All right, so
They called George Carlin's character the Cardinal Glick
Yeah.
out on, because he says the church doesn't make mistakes.
Yes.
And they list off two mistakes.
but not the ones that we
And
would
the
want
mistakes
them
they
to.
list off are the church's silence during the slave trade
Yep.
and during the Holocaust.
Yes.
Like they just kind of went, no comment. And, we're not against it.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, fine. We made mistakes. And so all of us today are going, there's a big one. There's a really big one that is not mentioned. Why? And there was an interview with Kevin Smith in which he said the thing he thinks dates this movie the most is that the absence of talking about
Yep.
the abuse of children in the church.
Yes.
And he says, the movie came out in 1999.
Yes.
Yep.
But he wrote the script in 1991. And the sex scandals broke afterwards. I love this about Kevin Smith. He made George Lucas into a verb. And so he said, if I were to George Lucas it, I would go back and add just that into the film. That's the only thing I would change. I would add that because it's glaring that it's not there when you list off the offenses the church had committed in the past against humanity.
Side note and point of order in that one is what I find funnier about everything is George Lucas was a huge proponent against using Technicolor to digitally enhance films. He
Yes.
was like adamant, vehement, just,
You can't replace the
outspoken,
cigarettes.
you can't do that. And then he starts having his own films and is all like, well, I'm going to start putting in a digital Jabba the Hutt to this one that was never there before, because it's like, okay, bro. So I understand why Kevin Smith used George Lucas as a verb.
Now, dogma is a principle, belief, or system of ideas that is accepted as unquestionably true without the need for proof. But I also feel that it can apply to when you're saying somebody's dogmatic. It's really just, it's so rigid that it does remind me of Star Wars because the followers, the passionate folk of Star Wars are, this is the way it's supposed to be. And there is no other way it should be. It is canon.
It is
Right.
canon.
Don't
You
mess
can't
with the
deviate.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
and I think Star Wars fans, I've never seen Star Wars, okay?
What?
Never.
Oh my God, we might have a whole
They
podcast
do
right
exist.
here.
Perfect.
Michael's like, we're having some interference. Bye.
No, I would
No.
never.
No.
I think there's a similarity with like the Bible and all those like sub stories and all the people you have to remember, like the apostles and all that. Isn't that a little Star Warsy? Like
Yeah.
you got to remember that like in this structure, he's this way and those people fight these people. I don't know.
And
It's
all the
I don't
different
know.
types of
It's really good.
X-Wings and
Yeah.
all the different types in the Force.
Yes.
There's
Oh, yes.
actually a Jedi religion, I believe, acknowledged in the UK.
Mary, quick question for you. Have you seen or read any of the Lord of the Rings?
Come on.
No.
It's official. You're not a nerd.
I think Harry Potter bridged the okay, the Lord of the Rings is not dorky anymore. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I don't know what happened, but it brought the sides together and now it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at least here's the reason for me saying that. So like Star Wars, I've obviously watched all the films, and I do think, Mary, we have a whole podcast here now where we're just going to get you on 9 different podcasts.
I've seen Spaceballs, so
No,
I can
fair.
I can participate
great.
in the vernacular. Like I get it, but
No, I
it's
get it.
Spaceballs.
I get it. I think it's funny because science fiction, fantasy, that kind of thing, it was subculture, right? And it has become pop culture.
Yes.
It has,
Yes.
And hey, maybe being relaxed and groovy like Jesus is subculture and it'll become pop culture eventually. I don't know. But you want to say something. So.
No, but specifically when it comes to the Lord of the Rings, there was a time in my life where I read The Hobbit pretty much every year. Like I would read The Hobbit actively like that because that's a self-contained single book and very good. Whereas The Lord of the Rings, I read it, I think, probably once, maybe twice in my entire lifetime. But the thing is it reads like the Bible to me.
Yeah.
In the sense that there are points where it's like, oh, Aragorn, son of Blairthorn, daughter to Clariflorn, and
They
ninth
begat
of Florn, and you're
so-and-so,
like,
and then
who
they
begat,
begat-
and you're like,
Okay.
why is this relevant? Stop. Like, and that
Yeah.
to me is, where I was trying to eventually drive the point.
And I think Harry Potter, and I also think Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm like segueing, but I think Game of Thrones also brought that subculture
100%.
up to mainstream. And that's similar. Like
Yes.
these people, the Dothraki, the Virga, I don't even know, but there
Right.
you go.
And it's nice
So-
that these things have brought us all together.
Yes.
I'm still stuck on who did Aragorn chloroform?
Yes. Does this smell like chloroform? Ah.
See, and that leads me to designing women. Because we had, bear with me. Bear with me.
Whoa.
My sister
Hold
and I
on.
had a plague in high school where we were so weak we couldn't even leave the couch, and we could not change the channel. We were so ill that we couldn't reach for the remote and change the station while the television was on, and that is something for a teenager. So we sat through a designing women marathon, and by the end of the day, I knew the difference between Carlene, Charlene, and Darling, which is something I would not have known prior to. I love the beginning where Loki, Matt Damon's character, talks this poor nun out of religion by using Alice in Wonderland, the walrus and the carpenter.
Yes.
And the walrus
So
and the
great.
carpenter being the Eastern and Western religions.
Yes.
And by the end of it, you're like, oh my God. But that to me is a very personal view on how you see religion. And then Christ himself, it's Rufus's quote. He really hates the shit carried out in his name: wars, bigotry, televangelism.
Yep.
And to me, all the big problems we have with attaching the name of Christ to something hateful.
Yeah.
And then women, because Serendipity has this whole thing where she talks about how women, her quote was, "Our women are painted as bigger antagonists than the Egyptians and the Romans combined."
Yes.
And,
Who talked Adam into eating the apple? Who?
it was a woman
Yeah.
that called
Cuts-
for the head of John the Baptist.
Yep.
It was a woman.
Who cut off Samson's hair?
Right. And women are villainized quite a bit in the Bible. And all the women, and this is my conspiracy theory, for a woman who hasn't read the Bible from cover to cover. And hey, that is a Catholic thing. We're told not to. I mean, recently, we're
Right, we
told to
could
read.
Misinterpret it.
Yes. Traditionally, we're told not to read. We
So
misinterpret.
don't read
but
it. Don't
but
read it.
Women can read?
Spoilers. It was interesting how all these men have these unique names, like Jebediah. It's really rare that we have duplicates on names.
Yes.
But Mary, oh my God.
Everyone's
Everyone
Mary.
is
This one's
named
Mary, she's
Mary.
Mary,
How do we keep
she's
all the
Mary.
Marys straight? There are too many Marys. They couldn't name anyone. Oh, Ruth, thank goodness. And Anne. And that's it.
And Martha that lazy bitch, or am I the lazy bitch in that scene? I don't remember. One of us is a lazy bitch that just wants to sit and listen.
But I do think, to me, the faith in the water glass, I really connected to that visual. I also love that in the movie.
What was the faith in the water glass visual?
Oh.
You say it, and then you leave our listeners.
Well, they should have watched the movie.
They should have watched the movie.
But here's what I thought was really interesting. If you look at the movie as a whole, you have women and their voice being used to be villainous in the Bible. They talk about Black Jesus and people's uncomfortable reaction to that. And they talk about she works in an abortion clinic. Mm-hmm. Her coworker and friend is a Jewish lesbian. And then the 13th apostle, that's the one person with her that she actually takes counsel from. Like, she really listens to him.
The only thing I would add, the idea of they address like killing in the name of the Lord, like whether that's right or wrong.
Because that's Loki's inner turmoil, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like, so that kind of thing. No, my notes are not like Tricia's notes. My notes are like Ken doll junk.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's a great
No,
reference.
that's not appropriate. I have irrational fear of gangs of marauding youth as an old lady, which I have an irrational fear.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are those kids? What are they doing?
They're just
Why are they ganging
playing.
up?
Just playing.
I don't know about that.
There's a part, I can't remember if it's an announcement at the hospital, which I really liked. It was like, this is not a drill. This is the apocalypse.
Yes.
Yes.
No, that is, Tricia and I laughed real hard at that. Because everybody is not filing out
exit
in a orderly fashion. They are throwing everything over. But it's the fact that there's an announcement. And it sounds like it is an automated announcement. This is the apocalypse. And it's like, wait, what?
Okay, so Michael, you said you just rewatched the movie.
Yeah,
So did I. Did you notice the part in the beginning? No, it was like, it's a callback to when Matt Damon's talking to the nun, and then later you see her going crazy, like ape shit in the airport with the beer. Did you see that, Michael?
No, I didn't catch that.
Because the waitress is trying to calm her down. Yes. So they're on the people mover. So it's as they are deciding that they're going to be. So if you look, the nun is holding a beer, like walking in the background, like losing her shit, and the waitress is like trying to talk her down.
Oh my God! No, I totally missed that. Now I want to go back and watch it.
It's while Loki and Bartleby are on the people mover. Mm-hmm. The nun is in the background losing her shit with a beer in her hand, and the waitress is trying to calm her down. It is something that is happening in the so much is happening in the background.
But okay, the only thing
I gotta rewatch.
And I don't know if Kevin Smith did this purposely, but they don't quote the Bible at all in this movie, and that's
not
very
actively,
Catholic.
other than Peter.
They do talk about Peter and the rock, and I really think if I were a theological lawyer,
they make lawyers who are
I don't know
theological lawyers.
What? If that job existed,
I'm Googling,
and I took it to
lawyer.
and I took it to court.
Taking theology to court.
It would be, the verse is from Matthew 16:19, and it's I will give you the keys of the kingdom to heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. And I've heard it said more like whatever you create, or whatever you command, or whatever you honor on earth, we will honor in heaven. Pretty much, to me, this is a statement that pretty much gives the Catholic Church the right to change, to adapt, to make new law. So it is no excuse to go, well, I'm sorry, women can't be involved as equals, because no, you can change. It was in the contract at the very beginning that you can do this, and you use it all the time to excuse crap you've done.
Right.
Like, oh, you can pay your way into heaven.
Yeah.
And the church God will honor that, because we, the church, said this is a good heaven pass.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there's so many loopholes, but there's not a loophole for women, right?
Right. And then, you look at other religions as well. Women across the board are not treated as equals in any religion, at least originally.
Not ones that are relaxed and groovy, or what one would say progressive.
Yes. No, not all. Not all religions. No, I did it now. You've got me hashtagging.
Yes.
We need to go into counseling.
About hashtags?
About hashtags. I do have one other thing, and it's about Alan Rickman,
Oh, God, I love
who is
Alan Rickman.
truly
Yes.
a saint. So it
Literally.
was that he was a big fan of Chasing Amy. And they found this out, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna give him the script and see if." And he was like, his questions were like, his two questions, in order to accept the role, were one, are we sticking to the script? Is this the script? And two, are the wings going to be real or holographic? You know, are they going to be CGI wings or are they real physical
Real
wings?
Yeah.
And but then there are all these quotes about Alan afterwards that Kevin Smith had. He goes, Jason Mewes, he
He's
just
like a diehard fanatic.
yes. And he just wanted to talk to Alan Rickman all about. He called him Die Hard. Hey, Die Hard. He's like,
Yep.
he has a name.
Yep.
It's Alan.
Oh.
Stop calling him that. And Kevin Smith was just kind of really concerned that Alan Rickman would be offended or just annoyed. And so he catches Jason talking to Alan at one point, and he comes up afterwards and he's like, hey, you know, if he's bothering you, I can keep him away. And Alan Rickman's response was Jason Mewes is the best America can be. He is an American icon.
Yes.
And afterwards, every time they had an argument, Jason would be like, but which one of us is an icon?
Boing.
And then there was a point where Kevin gave Alan a
line reading?
line reading. Oh, you saw
I
this
totally
too?
know this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Because
So good.
Because Alan Rickman
gonna
had
bring this
not
up.
seen The Karate Kid.
Yep.
So he didn't understand wax on, wax
Oh.
off, right? So Kevin commits the sin of all directors, and he gives him a line reading. He's like, this is how the line is said because it's from this other movie, and this is how they say it. And
Because Alan Rickman was just thinking
Wax
it was,
on, wax off.
It was
Yeah.
original. He was
yes,
approaching it that way.
right? And it's like, no, it's wax on and wax off, and this is how it's, you know, you do the hand movement,
Yeah.
and and Alan Rickman's response is royally trained, Kevin. Like, don't get in my lane.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, when you watch it done, he's still, it's like, it's almost to be or not to be.
Yeah.
It's not-
It is beautiful, him saying it.
Oh, did anyone else notice at the end when like the outside of the church had been all like shot to hell?
Yeah.
That the Catholicism wow sign just said Catholicism ow.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I did not.
That's fantastic.
Maybe it was like a totally random thing. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I don't know why. And also, did anyone else notice that Kevin Smith did the whole Love Actually airport scene before Love Actually did that scene where like everyone's like at the
Yes.
airport and they're like crazy.
The best part of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Whole
She cheated
conversation.
on him
Yep.
like 5 times or 3 times before he came back. Or before she
Yeah,
came back.
But it doesn't
What an
matter because they're just
interesting-
relieved to be together right now.
What an interesting double feature.
And
Yes.
the Dogma and then Love Actually.
Well, and both of them have
If you're gonna
aged
do a double feature,
different.
no, you make it a triple feature, and you make it. The triple feature is it's Dogma, Love Actually, and then Die Hard. Because then at the end of Die Hard, he pays for what he did to Emma Watson.
Right? It's a weird 3 shades of Alan Rickman.
3 shades of Alan Rickman.
But yeah, now I did not notice the Catholicism ow, but that is hilarious. I love
is.
that.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, and I like when George Carlin is like, the Catholic Church we want to make people feel like the Catholic Church has panache and hook them while they're young. And I'm like, oh God.
No,
I don't know.
That's not.
Yeah.
Like the cigarette industry, if only we had their numbers.
But to
God.
me, the idea that is the moral of the story or whatnot in this film, it comes down to Rufus. And he's talking about what Jesus said. He said, humanity took a good idea and, like always, built a belief structure on it. Mm-hmm. And she says, having beliefs isn't good. And he says, I think it's better to have ideas. You can change an idea. Changing a belief is trickier.
Yep.
And I think that is kind of the underlying critique
Yeah.
on religion.
Well, yeah, and like where he's talking about nobody's really gotten it right.
Yes.
Like religion,
All these groups, these
these
sects.
groups, nobody has gotten it 100% right. And how that ties back to the end with
Right.
like, I have an idea.
Right? Well, and
love
then
that.
and then that reminds me of Eddie Izzard, where he talks about how like he's when he did James Mason is God and talking to Jesus. And Jesus is like, I went down there. I told them to be all relaxed and groovy, and they split up into different groups. And I don't know what to do.
When Bartleby was talking about how he was all pissed that like God was so understanding and forgiving of humans, but like so hard on angels, right? Or something like that. And I don't know. I really felt that. Like I felt like Bartleby, like I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes
I
like
think
you try so
firstborn
hard.
children identified with that. They're like, yes. And then
Yeah.
when they came to the baby, you were all like, that's okay. Do what you want. Where
Yes.
I was told that was not acceptable.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, that is Old Testament versus New Testament.
Yeah.
I think the apostles were just like a colossal pain in the ass. Can I just like
I realize I don't know all their names, and I don't think
You need to.
You know,
You don't think you need to. There's John the Big, John the Small, Simon, Peter, Ringo, Paul.
you had me until Ringo.
But doesn't J.D. Salinger say something in one of his books like Jesus needed those apostles like he needed a giant hole in his head?
Yes.
Especially Peter. And I think it's funny because I have a child named Peter. And whenever we like meet people, we've met priests like at different parishes, and I'm like, yeah, this is Peter. I mean, because he kind of screws up, you know, like, but he brings it around in the end, and he's a pretty good guy. But let's just be honest.
I guess it's good you didn't have a second son named Thomas. All right, so you got this. He just doubts everything we say.
He doesn't trust it.
Yeah, he doesn't trust a single thing we say.
He needs proof.
Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon, and Judy.
And Simon.
That sounds like a law firm.
Yes.
Like
You're
the law
not
firm
wrong.
of Simon, and Jude.
Have you been hurt in a wreck? Sorry.
We don't get anything if you don't win.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, are there times, Krisha, like as a Catholic, when you start getting like hinky about certain things, like when people start quoting the Bible and you're like, I can't even give you a verse.
Here's one I got. I have these shoes.
Yeah.
They're gym shoes. They're Skechers. I find that because I have small feet, I have been blessed to be able to afford Skechers. It's coming. Hang on.
I can't wait to see where this plane is landing.
No, I can afford to buy my shoes in the kids section. And because of that, it really does show how mature I am, because it's shopping in the kids section. There's a wide variety of fun stuff that would not be available for the adults. And one of them are these gym shoes that are black, and they have a rainbow across the top of them. And I love them. They're very comfortable and they're pretty. And I get a lot of comments at church. If I have them on, I will always have somebody go, I really like your shoes. And here's where I go, huh? Because I'm like, is this a rainbow pride? Or is this a rainbow Jesus after the flood? Or is this both? Was this a rainbow comment that is specific? What are we saying? I know rainbows are good across the board, but are you trying to pass a message to me and I don't know what it is?
What is a rainbow Jesus after the flood?
Did I say Jesus?
Yes, you said rainbow Jesus after the flood, and now I'm starting to really question how much alcohol I have had, because I'm not even the one saying this anymore.
Rainbow Jesus.
Hashtag rainbow Jesus after the flood.
Yeah, but that's how we became friends. I
Oh,
complimented
really?
your boots.
Okay.
A very expensive pair of boots, I believe, that John got you as a gift.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
For your 40th.
Yeah. Okay.
If I remember
Well,
correctly.
the boots were made for walking. Yes.
That's what they'll do.
Yes. Okay.
So
well, thank
that's
you.
I get hinky with like Bible quoting. The other thing I get hinky about is when people say, oh, we're going to stay after church and have donuts and fellowship.
What does that mean? Are we going
And my axe.
Of the
is there
ring.
See?
is there a ring?
I brought it back.
A Mordor? Trying to be friendly and then make it not creepy.
Yeah, you say the word fellowship and you have thus crept.
So the other thing, hinky, it's when people have something biblical on their back of their vehicle.
It's a child, not a choice, Tricia.
And a woman is a vessel, not a human.
Yes.
So let's.
Keep Christ in Christmas.
Yes.
Oh my God.
There was a store when I was growing up, the store where you'd go for like all your Catholic merch, you know, like
There's a gift shop.
it was called the Village Dove. That's what it was called. And we'd go, and my mom would be like, well, let's go to the Village Dove. You get some more figurines for our nativity set because they have to be to scale. I don't even know if that store exists. Maybe it's just.
It still exists.
We did not talk about Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and we also didn't talk about like, I thought Salma Hayek was kind of a
Fantastic.
interesting. Yeah, like she did a really
She's a strong woman.
yes, she was able to like be a stripper but like not be a stripper.
Yes.
Like I don't
Yeah.
know, like she really pulled off that whole scene really well.
Yes,
you
you
know?
did. Okay, Michael, did you want to poke the bear real fast?
Yeah, let's.
And then,
Sure. Let's take a look at some reviews, some negative reviews from the movie. So we take a look at Rotten Tomatoes, and the Dogma has a 72% on the tomato meter, which is the critics, and an 85% on the popcorn meter, which is, of course, the
That's fair.
audience. So, first one, the movie is a failure, but an honest one, says North Shore Movies.
I don't understand what they mean by a failure.
An honest one?
Yeah.
It was like, we feel the same way about Catholicism, but it wasn't a good movie. Like, I don't know.
Catholicism. A failure. But
Wow.
a positive one.
Just thought it was interesting. All right. Globe and Mail says a fresh premise gradually turns stale, and jokes that start out lively end up poop.
I don't know. I think it was a very complicated plot for a comedy. I think they put a lot of effort in research.
Yes.
And actual canon and
Dogmatic
dogma. Yes,
canon.
I think it was funny because one of the reasons it was funny was because it was something that nobody ever, like. It's rare to make fun of it in a way
Yeah.
that everybody's like, "Oh, I get that." Like nonsense was revolutionary in 1985.
Right.
You're
Yes.
making fun of nuns. And then Sister Act came out and it was like not original anymore because Sister Act. So,
Yeah.
but in a like it's ribbing or mocking, but in a playful it comes from a place I think of love.
Yes.
And knowing.
Absolutely.
And not condescension, but more of a hey, let's be real about this.
Yeah.
I think Tricia, you nailed it with what you just said. Like as a Catholic, at no point was I even remotely offended. Isn't that weird? Like no alarm bell or a weird like, hey, that never happened. Never happened. I knew it was all in good fun. But I mean, I am emotionally mature, you know?
All right. We greatly appreciate all of our listeners for choosing this podcast, supporting independent films and the Blue Whiskey Independent Film Festival. I'm Jonathan C. Legat, and thanks for imbibing with us. Cheers.